an institution called the Overseas Development Institute of the United Kingdom issued a briefing note. And that briefing note is called Building Back Better, a Resilient Caribbean After the 2017 Hurricanes. This is an important document from which we can learn much and with which we can do much. We can use the information in that because it applies very much to St. Martin. We too, having gone through the hurricane season of 2017 and having been affected by the hurricane season. Some conclusions from that report, and it is interesting to see how much of what is in that report, or at least the conclusions, relate to the topics that I just mentioned, which are part of the motion of the 4th of October 2017 of the Parliament of St. Martin, a motion initiated by me and adopted unanimously. Conclusions of this report by the ODI, the Overseas Development Institute, are the following. To learn from history, and all of these matters are hurricane related, to learn from history and so avoid repeating it. To develop a holistic recovery framework. To create transparent, accountable, and participatory processes, and to leave no one behind. One of the instructions or mandates to the government of Prime Minister Leona Marlin Romeo is to create as soon as possible a recovery plan for St. Martin going forward. And I know this plan is being worked on. That plan needs to be completed as soon as possible, and government needs to put all possible resources into that plan. We also need to make sure that we have the involvement of all into the making of that plan so that you have a co-ownership as to how persons view the development of St. Martin going forward. It is important because the coming months are going to be extremely challenging as we seek to rebuild our country, St. Martin. It is also the opportunity for us to focus on matters that relate to the rebuilding, do things differently, because as I stated right after Hurricane Irma, we were and are still in extraordinary times, and it calls for extraordinary measures. So even the Parliament of St. Martin, in my opinion, should refocus and look at those matters that have to do with the rebuilding of St. Martin and making sure that laws that need to be put in place regarding rebuilding or laws that need to be changed to accommodate the rebuilding, that these become the focus of the Parliament. In what areas, for example, would such legislation be necessary? Disaster management. Disaster management is a law. What needs to be changed and adopted in that law to deal with some of the issues that we faced during and after Hurricane Irma? Immigration. Our immigration laws need to be looked at. Our labor laws need to be looked at because, again, you have that shift not only in the economy, you have a social shift, and government and parliament need to focus all of its attention on that rebuilding. It is one of the reasons why the two political parties, the United People's Party and the Democratic Party, have come together. The focus of this union, the United Democrats, is exactly the reconstruction of St. Martin, and all our efforts will be put into that. In the meantime, between now and when our new government sits, we will be focusing on matters like the aid that has to come to St. Martin, which in some instances is not yet finalized. We still have the big program that needs to be finalized, and we don't have the final go on the liquidity assistance yet either. So that's the focus, as well as on a plan for the reconstruction of St. Martin going forward. So yes, in the next couple of weeks, we will be having an election, but that should not take away from us, at least it will not take away from me, the focus on the things that need to be done right now on St. Martin.
To educate the people is to free them from mental bondage. A nation that is governed by injustice, inequality, and unfairness, it's against the spirit of democracy.
We will tell the people the truth, and the people will be our judge.
Hi, I am Lisa Alexander, candidate number 9 on the United St. Martin Party slate on February 26, 2018. Vote for me, Lisa Alexander, candidate number 9.
Hey guys, did you know that now with Telcel, if you accumulate $25 or more within one calendar month, you get 15 more?
15 more?
Yes, 15 more. However you want.
So I can top up $3 now, $10 next week, and so on until I reach or pass $25?
That's right. Get 15 more.
Wow! I feel like a 15 again.
Yeah. Right. Accumulate $25 or more within one calendar month and get 15 more. Telcel, when you want more.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
The Council of Ministers ensured and reiterated the importance of the approval of the budget 2018. And once indeed the budget of 2018 will be critically reviewed and debated in Parliament, especially related to our recovery, I hope that the proposed capital expenditures related to this ministry can create an additional avenue on top of what we mentioned as the insurance claim advancement, but also the necessary additional funding necessary to support the reconstruction. The consultations have been done in close partnership, as this of course relates to the third and of course most talked about option of the World Bank and the Dutch funding made available through the World Bank. The famous 550 million or whatever is remaining, as we've now realized. The ministry has been working tirelessly to ensure that we meet the requirements set by the World Bank. We have to make sure that we, of course, also take care of our day-to-day responsibilities, and I care to recommend the Ministry for the clear advancement of the Ministry's resilience plan. It has been a helpful instrument to further indeed detail the project plans. Yeah? We are able to submit project plans to address the urgencies. We are able to submit project plans to clarify which priorities indeed are considered relevant and priority for the entire Council of Ministers and the entire country. The Ministry therefore has held several meetings with the World Bank representatives, and I also participated in one yesterday together with the Directorate of Foreign Affairs, and I have personally met with them, as I've mentioned, to indicate that this ministry in particular needs assistance immediately, as it is the one hardest hit. As Minister, I have also requested a separate so-called theme or a separate chapter on education, and that it's not hidden under a chapter of social affairs, but education stands as a vital priority in the overall National Recovery Plan. and to also therefore then ensure that sport, youth, cultural activities may not be a separate chapter highlighting of the similar weight maybe to other areas mentioned in the National Recovery Plan. But I want to ensure that they are addressed and that they're seen as matters of economic recovery as well. When we discuss sport tourism, when we discuss cultural tourism, when I had the opportunity to participate in Art Heals, receiving 130 tourists last week from the cruise line industry. It is the way forward. It is very encouraging. It's also very encouraging to participate in art talks, when you listen to the creative talents that we have on island, off island, furthering their education elsewhere, participating in international concerts, dance opportunities, performances, participating in international tertiary education facilities. I just want to emphasize that culture nor the creative industry should be downplayed, but should be recognized as economic recovery possibilities. They are not soft, they are hardcore, and that's what I continue to champion and emphasize throughout this tenure that I have. As I mentioned, indeed, the Ministry has submitted a variety of projects already. We are carefully reviewing which of these projects indeed meet the now requirement of the World Bank, saying, is this recovery or is this development? That is a critical difference that they've emphasized during the meeting I had with them yesterday, and which will therefore influence what will indeed be filtered and what will be recognized as something that will meet the requirements of the 550 million available. Projects such as the temporary relocation of the library, they have a critical function to stimulate literacy, but to also engage in other type of activities related to community development. The project related to monument restoration. Once we want to visit and we re-welcome our tourists, we want to ensure and show pride of what we have to offer in terms of our monuments and our cultural heritage. A project related to risk preparedness and the training programs. I can be encouraged that we have very strong and positive partnership with UNICEF that has recognized the importance of risk and disaster preparations, training programs, not only for our teaching staff, but also for sport coaches and the critical role that they have in the upcoming season.
Once in Parliament, I will call them to order, and no one is above the law. They will stand responsible for what they have done. We will end or minimize corruption. With regard to our senior citizens, it is unfortunate that you are being taxed on your income. It's unfortunate, it's unfair. It is unfair. USP has a realistic vision for that. We will look into ways for us to eliminate that taxation from your income that you have already probably paid when you made it the first time. And we will look into ways in which we can increase the amount that you don't have to depend on your children, that is, they themselves are struggling.
People of Colby, I'm telling you, get up, stand up for your rights tonight. Tonight, I want you to know that the USP party have 19 able candidates. They are young, energetic, and full of energy. They are ready to take the country to another era. They're ready to take St. Martin for the next 4 years in this coming election. People of St. Martin, the USP party is a party that works like a team. We believe in teamwork. We believe in holding hands, standing together with the people and working.
We are here for serious business. We are here to represent the people of St. Martin. We are here to rebuild St. Martin. We are here to improve on any and everything that still stood after the hurricane in St. Martin. On that note, I would like to say the following. Nowadays, almost every conversation, practically every conversation, is about Hurricane Irma. We have to agree Hurricane Irma devastated this place. It flattened us. But I believe it was an act of God. It was an act of God in that what it did was that it put everyone and everything in a position to start all over. I call Hurricane Irma the equalizer. It equalized the platform for all of us to do new beginnings.
Please, you have given those people numerous opportunities to be in government, and they have never, ever taken care of anything that benefited you. It has always been about them. So please, please, I'm begging you, think clear. Think clear. All of the policies and everything that is supposed to be in the benefit of you have not been, because you know why? They didn't execute, quite frankly.
To educate the people is to free them from mental bondage. A nation that is governed by injustice, inequality, and unfairness, it's against the spirit of democracy.
We will tell the people the truth, and the people will be our judge.
Hi, I am Lisa Alexander, candidate number 9 on the United St. Martin Party slate on February 26, 2018. Vote for me, Lisa Alexander, candidate number 9.
People all across St. Martin are switching to a more rewarding experience. The WIB MasterCard Fun Miles credit card, better known as My Card. Earn 1 fun mile for every $2 spent, even abroad and online. This will quickly get you a ton of fun miles to redeem for travel, shopping, food, fuel, and much more. But there's more to My Card. Worldwide acceptance, an EMV chip for extra security, and 250 free fun miles with first use. Switch to My Card today at WIB.
Fun miles, fun within your reach.
Hey guys, did you know that now with Telcel, if you accumulate $25 or more within 1 calendar month, you get 15 more?
15 more?
Yes, 15 more. However you want.
So I can top up $3 now, $10 next week, and so on until I reach or pass $25?
That's right. Get 15 more.
Wow! I feel like a 15 again.
Yeah. Right. Accumulate $25 or more within 1 calendar month and get 15 more. Telcel, when you want more.
And wait, don't think for a minute any group of people won't have a problem. But adults sit at a table and they discuss them. If we have a disagreement, and that is the type of person I am, come to me and tell it to me. Let us figure out how we will move forward. But don't come showing your rocks from in the back. That's cowardly. And that is what has been done to you, the people of St. Martin. When they're out there blaming us as to why there's an election today, is it because of the National Alliance there's an election today? Or is it because of greed? Is it because of people who need to be in when things happening? St. Martin, the National Alliance, over the years, and that is why I've always supported this party, whether I was a campaigner on the ground, canvassing behind my leader, whether I was a teacher in the classroom, teaching children right from wrong, whether I was a principal or your minister, I have always worked with integrity and a passion for the people. So when they call me in parliament, when they call me in parliament, I go. But don't come asking me no foolishness about, but how did you feel? Because you seem like you don't have any passion for what you're saying about the students at USM. Come tell me now. These people use the situation of our only tertiary education of higher learning on St. Martin to score a point on the political front and thought Silverio would have sat down and played dead. When they refused to cooperate because it was purely political, my people, I decided, you know what? The Department of Communications is supposed to communicate to the people, and after the last no from USM to receive aid, hear me? Because they were suffering. Their big donors disappeared. But can we just continue to shovel money into an institution that does not prove how they use the money? Can then the other school boards come and say, well, I need 5, I need 10, I need 100 million. Where we going to get it from? And why don't we show accountability for what we are spending? Isn't that what we as a National Alliance promised you, the people? That we would use your money effectively and efficiently. When you see your money working for you, we will gladly pay your taxes. You will gladly contribute because your children are being educated. The roads are fixed. The schools are in good order. People can start businesses. People can keep in business. Training and retraining, etc. That's what this National Alliance stands for. But no, they sought to discredit this person because when they had knocked down and thrown down William, right, they thought, Silly says she ain't gonna take it, so National Alliance dead. Well, think again. Think again. Because National Alliance, look at us. Look at us. We have innovative new leadership in this lady here. We have strong millennials who will take over soon. And we have a strong ideology rooted in what National Alliance stands for. Rooted in you, the people of St. Martin. They say they don't have ideologies in St. Martin. The National Alliance has an ideology. Socio-democratic. That means you, the people, come first. And you have always come first. So we build homes, we build schools, we repair them, we try to fix the mess that they have created over 40, 50 years ago. And every time we take 2 steps forward with them, they kick us out again. But you know what? It is up to you now. Because when people come out there, and I go out with my team, and we canvass and we campaign, and we ask, what are your concerns? You know what one of the biggest concerns of the people are? Instability. Not roof, not education, and not youth. Instability. So what do we need to do to have stability in St. Martin? Vote! What do we have to do to have stability in St. Martin? Vote! How are we going to vote? How are we going to vote? We're going to vote for people with a track record of throwing down government for personal gain. We're going to vote for a team that has already enriched themselves and their families. We are going to vote for the
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
I also promised that I would give a brief synopsis of the meeting with the Minister of Education. The Minister's meeting was concerning the concerns of the Y2 with regards to the developments with the salary scales and the teachers, their concerns about what has happened with their pay. A number of teachers that are stuck in teacher C category or teacher B without having that type of evaluation in general. We have noticed in the meantime, 10 years have passed and a number of school boards have proceeded to, develop their own in-house evaluation system. But this is not necessarily geared towards giving that increase that the teacher would need, or the trader that they would need, or the movement that they would need in the scales. So that concern was shared with the minister, and the outcome of that is going to be that the Y2 would direct a letter and a request to the minister, and it would be based on forming the work group where we would have representatives of not only it's like a tripartite, not only the Y2 would be involved, but also different school boards, the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of Education, Personnel Affairs, where we can then work out the advice that would have to go forward so that the change can be made. Because of course, when we implemented the new salary scales 10 years ago, it was also stated that evaluation system would have to be tied to these salary scales, plus that from time to time we would revisit what is in the salary scales, evaluate to make sure that everything is all right, since it is something that you implement, but it was not engraved in stone. And based on the number of things that we saw was negatively or is negatively impacting our members, we brought this forward in our meeting. And basically, this has nothing to do with politics, nothing to do with the time frame now that we are facing an election. It has to do with the union continually looking to upgrade their members and the benefits to their members.